Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to our art class, and I'm really excited to see you today. We were talking about the quality of line last week, and if you look here, we were talking about different kinds of lines that we as artists use as some of our artist tools to create different feelings and moods. The line quality means how thick or how thin your lines are. Doesn't matter if they're straight lines or curved lines or zigzag lines, but whatever kind of line you're using in your piece, having a different quality of the line makes it a lot more interesting for the viewer looking at your artwork. Then your eye can jump from a very thick quality of line to a very thin quality of line, and that variety or that difference, that choice makes it a lot more exciting for our eyes. So this is where we left off last week, and we started to draw these lines for our landscape or our seascape or our cityscape, whatever you decided to make it. We did it in pencil. Then we went back over it in marker and we were tracing. And oh, by the way, sorry, I slipped and fell in my house and I had a little accident, and that's not gonna stop us, right? No way. We're always going to do the best that we can. We're always going to put our very best effort forward so that we can show that we are proud of our work, right? We should be proud of everything that we do. So right now, I think I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this marker that I happen to have has a pointy side and it has a wide side, a pointy, thinner side. And I'm just going to make some lines here. They could be whatever you want. Remember, this is nature. These mountains are part of nature. So if my lines are not perfect, that's okay. Because nothing in nature is what? Perfect. That's right. So I'm going to make these lines like this, but then maybe I'm going to add some thicker lines over here. And maybe I want to make this one go in this direction. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to break up this space or create more sections like that. And maybe I want a thin quality of line in between it. Do you have to do what I'm doing? No, of course not, because your artwork is your own artwork. But the purpose of this lesson was to create a variety of the quality of your lines in your piece. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna add some more thick quality here, and maybe I'm going to go like this, and off my page. I'm gonna try to make it look as neat as I possibly can, and sometimes that's a little tricky. But if we take our time and we're proud of what we're doing, then that's the best that we can do, right? So now I feel like there's a lot of bold, thick lines. Maybe I want to add a few little lines in here that could be a little bit more delicate looking. I just don't have any thinner marker, but that's okay. I'm doing the very best that I can do. So there's my water. And now maybe here I made a sunrise or a sunset. Maybe here I want to make my sun a little bit smaller. And maybe I want to make, I don't know, I think I'm going to make some curved lines also, like rainbows maybe inside of here. And here I made some curved lines as well, or you could make spirals. And then over here, maybe I'm going to make a curved line in the style of Vincent van Gogh, right? And his Starry Night. So maybe I can show some, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna make these letter V's for my rays of the sun behind the mountains. And then maybe I'm going to have some curved lines like this in my sky. And notice I'm doing this with marker, but if I make a mistake, can I erase? No, absolutely not. So you have to be confident, or you have to not be afraid of making a mistake, and that's okay. But if you prefer to play it safe, which I usually do, then I would use a pencil first, okay? And make sure that you like your lines, and then go back over and marker and trace. But now I feel like I've filled up my space pretty well, and now I want to start to add color. Now, I did want to show you these because there are lots and lots of different families of colors, and I know that each year we review all the families, and as you get older and you graduate to the next grade level, we always review the prior knowledge that we have, and then we build upon that. So let's just review that this family right here of colors is called the what? Does anybody know? Those of you who said warm, you're correct. These colors are warm colors. They're in a family together that reminds us of how the sun makes us feel, right? So the sun can only be these colors, the oranges and reds and yellows, right? Have you ever seen a sun that's green? No, absolutely not. That's reserved for the grass and leaves on the trees and bushes, right? The sun, I've never seen blue. That's for the ocean or the water or lakes or, you know, bodies of water. Purple, have you ever seen a purple sun? No, not the actual sun. In the sky, sometimes the sun is setting or rising and you can see some purple in there. Yes, but not the actual sun. So what you can do is, remember I told you, you can use whatever materials you have available to you at home. If that's crayons, that's great. Color pencils, markers, oil pastels, paints, whatever you've got, please use that. Don't go out and buy any extra new things. We don't need them. I do want to show you something that you might like, and it's just with crayon. I'm gonna start out with yellow, and I'm going to try my very best, although it's a little difficult because I'm a lefty. I'm gonna try to press hard with my yellow so that it comes out nice and bright. And by the way, just because you're in 4th grade doesn't mean that you don't have to follow the same rules like when you were in kindergarten, right? So we color in one direction, whether that's vertically or horizontally, and we fill in all the white spaces, right? Yes, because you know what? Our eye gets happy when it sees color. And if you leave a lot of white spaces, then you better make sure that they're done intentionally or on purpose, right? So like if I was gonna make a cloud here and I wanted it to be left white, then I would leave it white. But if I know that I'm making the sun is not white, right? So fill it in, make it colorful or full of color, right? That's what the word means. So fill in all those white spaces. That's going to make it look really bright and full of color and exciting to look at. So now I'm coloring my whole sun in this yellow. And once it's filled in, now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna add some orange. But I'm gonna leave the tips of these rays yellow. And I'm only going to, whoops! I'm only going to lose this crayon. Okay, so now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to fill in like halfway I'm gonna leave the tips yellow, and then towards the center here, I'm gonna fill in orange right on top. Oh, and I broke my crayon. Ay, ay, ay. Stuff happens, right? Okay, so I'm gonna continue. And I'm going to press hard so that these two colors begin to blend together. That's my favorite thing to do as an artist, is blend colors and mix them and create new colors. So now I have laid down my yellow and then some orange, an orange layer on top, and now I've created a yellow orange or an orange yellow. The crayons, they have names, and these happen to be straight up whatever colors they are. But the colors like yellow, green, whatever name of the color comes first, there is more of in that crayon. So like this might be a yellow green, and this would be a green, right? Because this one's lighter. So that's kind of a way to explain it. Kind of. But my point is that you're mixing colors and you're creating new colors. And now that I've gotten the yellow and the orange, I'm gonna go back with the red, and I'm going to press hard with my red. And so now it doesn't look like red, does it? No, it doesn't look like red. It looks like a reddish orange, like a darker value of an orange, because I'm blending all of those warm colors together. What do you think? Looks good, right? Let's see, let me pull you a little bit closer. Okay, there you go. And so now, I did want to just show you, I don't know, some of the mountains. Maybe I want to make those purple. I don't know. Purple mountains, majesties? I don't know. Purple and maybe green. So if I happen to have markers, I can use markers. If I want to use crayons, I want to use crayons. If I have both, maybe I can use both. And I can alternate and make a pattern, right? So I left the warm colors for the sun, and now I'm using my purple, which is in which family? Which one? Very good. It's in the cool colors. And we didn't talk about those. We did talk about them as far as being maybe in the water and for the land of our earth, but also they're called cool because they give us a feeling of being cool. And in the wintertime, when it's really dark and cold, the colors are dark outside, right? And water feels cold usually. Okay, I really, truly am trying to do my best. Let me just flip this around. Okay. And please don't be in a hurry, because then you never do your best work. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that like that for now. I'm going to get my purple crayon, and I'm going to, notice how I'm gonna make this pattern marker, crayon, marker, crayon, marker, crayon, like this. Marker, crayon. Marker, crayon. And when you have dark colors of marker or crayon, you can color right on top of it. And I use this finger to block where I don't want my color to go on top of. So that's a little trick that my dad showed me when I was your age. Okay, looking good. So let's see. Maybe I want to, let me see how much time I have. I have a few more minutes, because otherwise then this can't go up on Google Classroom. So let me pull you back a little bit. Okay, and maybe I want to make this one green. Yeah, let's do that. Because not everything in the land is the same color, right? And there's dirt spots and there's grassy parts, and so maybe that's two different land masses. Here I made them all green, but here I decided to add some purple. And you know what? It's your artwork. You can make it look like however you want. And I also had people ask me, could they make a cityscape? And I said, that's a great idea. Please do that. Okay. So I'm just filling that up a little bit. And now I can jump over to my green crayon, and I don't have to use crayon and marker either, but since I have it, I think I'm gonna use it. It just gives it an interesting look. Or if you wanted to continue blending colors and you liked this look, then you could take, let me see where my blue is. Here it is. I could take my blue and my purple and my green even, because sometimes the ocean looks green depending on where we are in the world. If we're in the Caribbean, it looks greener. If we're in Alaska, it looks deeper blue, right? So here, maybe I want to add some blue. And then maybe I'm going to take some purple and add to that. The only thing that you want to make sure that you pay attention to as you're having a good time is not to color areas that you don't want a certain color, that color. Like, this is land, so I don't want to make this foreground blue. So I'm just gonna make sure that I don't go into that area, and I'm going to do that. Now, do you have to use the colors this way? Absolutely not, boys and girls. Remember, you are the artist. This is your artwork. If you want to make your sun purple, because there is no purple sun or green sun or blue sun, and you want to do the opposite, you want to make it surrealistic, which is meaning imaginary, right? Dreamlike, not realistic, then you could totally flip-flop everything. You could make in the sky greens and purples and blues and all those cool colors, and you could make all of the water, if you have water, you could make that, or the land, the warm colors, right? Okay? I'm just telling you these things so that you can make choices about your artwork and how you want to represent yourself and your artwork. Okay? So the last thing that I was showing you here was that you can continue to mix colors and create new colors. So I could add some purple to this blue if I wanted to do that. And I think that looks really interesting. Do you have to do that? No. But I like to do it. And maybe I wanted to add some green over here on this side mixed with the blue to make like a turquoise or a teal or aqua. There's so many different names for the blue and green color combination, depending on what you have more of, more blue or more green. Okay, so here we go. And maybe I'm gonna add some green. I'm gonna put a layer of green on top of this layer of blue. I can do that anywhere and everywhere that I like. And if you like this look and this effect, and you have oil pastels, that's how this look was created. Took the yellow oil pastel, filled in this whole letter U space, then added the red right here and blended it with my finger and pushed up. Okay, and you might have seen Marvin right there. He's getting excited, probably looking at a squirrel out the window or something like that. So who knows? But as you can see, boys and girls, we've created a new color, okay? So I really, really want you to have fun with this line landscape or line seascape or cityscape or whatever it is that you chose to do. I hope you have lots and lots of fun, and send me all of the images of your artwork. This will be due on Friday. So please send it via Google Classroom, and sometimes please make sure that you attach the file before you submit it, because sometimes you don't attach it and then I see nothing and I have to just tell you that you have to resend it, or that you can email it to my email address, okay? And so that's it. I loved being with you today, boys and girls, so thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.